Well, easy come, easy go. We found out the other day Spider-Man Noir has a star, but within 48 hours, the other series was dead. That's right, Silk Spider Society is no longer moving forward. So let's take a couple minutes to talk about what went on behind the scenes and ended up getting this show canceled. It sounds like, once again, there are butting heads in creative departments. Now, before we do that though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos. It's going to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently, so you are in the know. Well, as many of you know, Sony actually has got a couple of shows coming to Amazon Prime, and these will feature characters from their Spider-Man universe. One of those shows was Silk Spider Society, and that show even had Phil Lord and Christopher Miller on board as executive producers. But now we've got a bit of an update, and it looks like the show is dead in the water. Now, according to multiple Hollywood trades, the show has been canceled and will no longer be produced for Amazon Prime or any other streaming platform. Now, this announcement comes just a few days after Amazon confirmed that Spider-Man Noir was going to have Nicolas Cage in the starring role. So it seems a weird time to cancel Silk. Now, no official reason was given for the show being scrapped, but the team at Deadline said that the decision, quote, likely lies in the tortured development history. Now, according to their report, this project went through at least 3 full versions, one of which involved a request for Angela Kang and the writing team to reconfigure the whole show so it wasn't, and I quote, hanging so heavily on the central character of Silk. That sounds like a disaster to me. If you're going to have a Silk show, you need to be about the character of Silk. Sony has had a whole series of big flops, and this sounds like that same kind of executive decision-making that helped bring us Morbius and more recently Madam Web. Well, that might have been influencing the show and led to the overall creative breakdown. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Silk or haven't heard about the series, the character is actually Cindy Moon, who was a classmate of Peter Parker and was first introduced in the 2014 Amazing Spider-Man #1. Now, after being bitten by a radioactive spider, she also developed very, very similar arachnid abilities as Peter and took the superhero mantle of Silk. Actually, Cindy Moon showed up in Spider-Man Homecoming and was played by Tiffany Espenstein, but this series was going to be its own thing and develop part of the Spider-Man world around. In any case, I think some people are going to be pretty disappointed the show's not moving forward. Quite honestly, it was having a hard time in the development phase and they couldn't get the scripts right. It's probably for the best. Sony really can't afford to drop any more bombs, and after big losses like Morbius and more recently Madam Web, they need some wins, and this totally sounds like after that many rewrites and not being able to nail it, they have some big problems behind the scenes. This could be the writers and creative teams, or it could be Sony themselves. Their management infamously interferes with some of these projects, or it could be Lord and Miller making changes to the Spider-Man universe as they take over these executive producer roles. Personally, I was looking forward to seeing the series and wishing Sony success, but if they're kind of cleaning house to try to fix things and let Lord and Miller have that creative control that their franchise definitely needs, maybe ultimately this will be good news and we'll see Cindy Moon pop up somewhere else. But we're going to have to wait and see.